Of everything.
I'm the gallerist. I own the gallery on Pico, Matter Studio Gallery, and I'm also an artist. I have work in the space, and I'm also showing 6 other artists that I represent.
Okay, so you're an artist and you have a gallery.
I'm an artist-owned gallerist, and this is representing some of the artists that I've shown in my gallery.
So what made you decide to start showing other people's work with yours?
Because what you give is what you receive.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that a lot.
Yeah, so for me, I want to build community. I want a whole space. I want a whole space particularly for diversity. LA is filled with such a beautiful melting pot, and so I want to embrace that. I do embrace that, and I want to show that in the gallery, and I do. So I also create a lot of different events. Like I have poetry. There will be a poetry event here as well on the 15th. So I have 4 poets that work out of Leimert Park at the World Stage. I actually saw some of them perform last night. So I also I'm going to be introducing a yoga flow on a regular basis in the gallery, but I do music, performance, installation art, and then traditional. I also hold space for traditional, of course, with photography, including, any kind of art form.
Okay, let's take it back a little ways. What's your backstory? How did you become interested in art?
I have always been an artist from early on in my life. I mean, 2nd grade. I was making things and giving them to my teachers. My teachers I was born and raised in Greece and Athens, and then my father was military, and then I was raised, my high school years were in Frankfurt, Germany, and I had an amazing art teacher in my high school that really encouraged me, and I started showing my work in high school. And so I knew then that I was going to be an artist, and so I followed that path.
I love that. So how do we keep track of you at all your next endeavors?
Matter Studio Gallery on the website, matterstudiogallery.com. The social media would be Instagram, Matter Studio Gallery, Matter Gallery on Facebook. But if you Google Matter Studio Gallery, you'll see it. I also have a nonprofit called the Memorial Crane Project, which has gotten a lot of press. I started a memorial for COVID victims during COVID. I have over 550,000 origami cranes representing lives lost, and I hold space for that as well. And you can find my nonprofit, memorialcraneproject.org, on my website, and also social media, same thing, Memorial Crane Project.
That's so cool.
Yes.
You enjoy your evening. Okay, and you're an artist here. Yes. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I'm an artist who does metaphysical landscape painting.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if I know what that is.
Well, if you turn around, you could see right there. That's, yes, that one. It's a landscape. You start off thinking about a landscape maybe that you've experienced, and then as you're working, it starts moving off into a completely different direction. So it becomes more dreamlike, it becomes more experiential. So the journey that I take as an artist hopefully shows up in the painting.
I think the painting is beautiful. Tell me a little bit about how you got here and then what's next.
You mean how
you got to this?
Oh, to this show. Oh, to this show.
Well, how you got here from the parking? I don't know.
I was trained as an artist. I went to Cal State Long Beach way back in the 70s, and Claremont Graduate University, and then I taught at Pasadena City College for 33 years in visual arts, and I was exhibiting the entire time. In the last 15 years, I've been focused on painting, but I was doing a lot of large-scale installation, which are crossing sculpture and painting, and then I did land art as well. So my interest in ecological history, art history, the painting, drawing, all comes together in these paintings.
I love the history of that. Okay, how do we keep track of you? Do you have a social media?
I do. It's Instagram. It's Capparelli Deena. It's my name backwards. And then I have a website, DeenaCapparelli.com.
Thank you so much.
Facebook too.
Oh, Facebook too?
Facebook, it's Deena Capparelli, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You have a good evening.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I understand you're one of the artists here. What type of art do you do?
I work in acrylic and mixed media, so I use a lot of graphite, acrylic, stretch canvas. I do photography, collage, so I integrate it all.
And it all comes together at some point.
So I have different series and what I'm showing tonight is all the different series from years ago up to present. So it's kind of a collaboration of everything I've done up until today.
So that kind of in your art shows your journey as to how you got to where you are now.
Absolutely.
See, that was going to be my question, but it's in your art.
It is. It's what I love about my art is there's layers and layers and layers, and I do stuff so you can always find something. Every time you look at the painting, you go, oh, I see that, I see that. And I love to see the interpretation of what other people see, which is really a gift to me because it could be completely different from what I started with. So that's really nice.
So that's like your gratification when you see how people react to it?
Absolutely, and their story. And what I try to do in my work is to, it's about me in a sense, but I want the person who takes it home to put themselves in it and tell their story.
So the universal me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's so cool. Okay. Hey, I guessed. Okay, so how do we keep track of you? What's your social media?
It's joanscheibel.com.
And what's next for you?
After tonight, probably a deep breath. This is a very exciting night, so yes, chill.
Well, thank you so much, and you enjoy your night.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and what type of art do you do?
It's mostly abstract, and in this exhibit, it's landscape abstract. So I have the trees, and I have it's a monotone color palette as well.
Okay, what's a little bit of your story? How did you get to be this artist and do this type of art?
I think I started taking myself more seriously as an artist about 15 years ago. This is the first time I started participating in an exposition, but I always did art, of course. And so about 15 years ago, I started showing my work and selling my work. And since then, I was like, okay, I guess I'm an artist.
Okay, so what gives you the biggest joy about art?
Just being in a studio, and to be honest, the surprises it gives me. I'm a self-taught artist, so there's most of the time no preconceived idea of how to start. I like working on big canvases, so there's a freedom, there's a lot of movement in my work, and most of the time it takes a life of its own once I start.
I've heard that. They do take a life of their own, don't they? So for my viewers, how do we keep track of you? What's your social media?
Instagram, joranelstein.com.
I love it.
My website is also Jora Nelstein. Oh, that is my website, actually. joranelstein.com. It's my name.
So what's next? Or do you know yet?
No, I don't know. Just enjoying this, and there's always something that pops up. So.
Chasing the joy.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You enjoy your evening. What type of art do you do?
I do oil painting, and my subject mostly landscape, but very contemporary. I do between, a little bit classic and contemporary. So everything is mixed around, from impressionistic to contemporary. Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your story. How did you get into all this art?
Yeah, when I was young, I always wanted to be an artist. But I'm from Vietnam, in the big family, and go to the art is not really the thing people are looking for, So, and then from the big family, I don't want to bother my parents. So that's my dream, but I don't tell them. Until I settled out in United States, and I say, okay, I come to the freedom land. So I want freedom. So I want to do what I want to be free. And back there, I study biology. But when I come to the United States, I change and I make it to the fine art. But to make a living, I have to work like graphic artist, illustrator. Later on, I'm full-time artist.
Oh, that's so cool. So how long have you been here now?
I've been here since 1982, so about 44 years. Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, then how do we keep track of you? What's your social media?
Say again?
Social media, how do we keep track?
Oh, okay. I have my Facebook and my Instagram, but mostly in my Instagram is my name. It's Hung, Hung, underbar, Viet, underbar, Nguyen, Nguyen. A little bit long, but if you go to my website like www.hungforart.com, you can see everything. Hung, that means my name, Hung, 4, and art, ART.com. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much. You have a good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
I am an art researcher.
Okay, so what are you researching in relation to here?
I look at everything because my expertise is in blue chip white art, as I call it, and I look at everything because it informs my brain.
Oh, I love that. I love that. How did you get into this? How did you start doing this?
How did I get into it? I started at the bottom level of auction. I worked for book dealers. I worked for print dealers. I worked as a shill in auction houses. And I worked, my last incarnation here was the manager, and I ran the gallery on Rodeo Drive.
Oh, wow. Well, you got a lot of history then.
I've done quite a bit in my 72 years.
Okay. Oh, you're just a baby.
That's right. If you look at Michelangelo's David, I am just a baby.
Okay. How do we keep track of you?
How do we keep track?
Yeah, what's your social media?
I am not on social media. I don't even carry a cell phone because I am not the Pope. I am not a doctor. I am not a fireman. If your house is on fire, I can't turn it off. If you drop dead, I can't revive you. So I don't want to be bothered. And I don't want to have a $1,500 piece of something that I'll leave at a store. So you want to call me? Call my machine.
Got it. Okay, thank you so much. You enjoy your evening.
I'll enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Luis Jacinto. I'm an artist, and I'm also a good friend with Karla, the owner of Matter Studio Gallery.
Okay, so are you showing anything today?
No, not today, but I have been in other shows that she's had at her gallery.
Oh, okay, so we could probably find you there some other day.
Maybe, yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit, how did you get into art, or how did you know art was your thing?
I do photography, and I think when I was a kid, my parents would subscribe to Look magazine, which was just all journalism, and I would devour the images. And so ever since then, photography always fascinated me. And so in college, I just started learning how to develop and print and take photographs. but I think you have to have a photographic eye. I don't know if I do, but I've been told I do.
I'm guessing you probably have a pretty good one.
I hope so.
Okay, how do we find your work? How do we keep track of you? What's your social media?
I'm on social media. I go by Ono Dream. And so I came up with that name because when the internet was invented, I was told, oh, you can have email anywhere. I didn't even have a computer. So I said, okay. And then my friend said, well, you need to come up with a name. I said, okay, Louis Jacinto. They go, no, nobody uses their real name. You have to make up a name. And I didn't know. I thought that was the rules. So I thought, okay, well, I'll be Ono Dream.
Okay, is that Hawaiian?
No. It's Ono, like Yoko Ono.
I wouldn't have got that. Okay, great.
So it's my attempt to raise Yoko Ono consciousness, one email at a time.
Oh, that's too funny. Thank you so much. You have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with Liberty. Liberty, you're in the show today?
I am. I have 14 pieces here tonight.
Wow. What would you describe your style as?
Well, I'm the only textile artist represented, so everything in this room that's sewn or made with fabric is mine. Yes, that piece right there. I use primarily recycled and reclaimed textiles that I save that are headed to landfill. And so, my aesthetic is abstract, but I care a lot about the climate and pollution, but I also care more about deeper issues. And I feel like textiles hold memory. So because they do, every little bit and every fragment that I'm putting into my work is going to end up bringing stories with it of the people who've touched it along the way.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your story, how you got here, how you became this artist.
Yeah, when I was a young college student, I studied abroad in Italy, and I did a textile design program when I was there. I didn't realize that would change the direction of my life, but it did. I immediately got my first job outside of graduation as a textile designer, and it was there that I learned about textile waste being such a big problem, and also I was so amazed at the richness of textiles anyways. So over years I learned how to sew, mostly because I just had these samples sitting around and I would see them go into the trash, and it really was upsetting. So over the time I learned how to sew, and once I learned how to sew, I began taking some of the art skills I had from being a painter before that and a collage artist, and I found ways. I've been working for years and years at trying to marry the two, at collage and my sewing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's so cool. All right, so tell my viewers how we keep track of you. What's your social media?
My social media is Liberty Worth Art, and my website's libertyworthart.com.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
I love that. Okay, Bibi, what kind of art would you say you do?
My art is figurative, it's storytelling, narrative, yeah.
I love that. You're the first one that said storytelling. I like that a lot. So how did you get into art initially?
I was born into art.
Family?
No, just started to paint very early, when I was very young.
So you just always knew?
I always knew, although I did other stuff, to survive. But in the last 20 years, I'm just doing my paintings.
I love that. And you get joy out of it, right?
Of course.
So it's like looking for your joy.
It's like I'm a writer, but I paint,
I love that. That's very true. Okay. So how do we keep track of you and find your art?
Okay, there's one piece art in there.
Okay.
The second one from the door, yeah. Okay.
And then how do we keep track of you online? Like, do you have social media?
I have, yeah. It's Instagram, it's Bibi Davidson.
Oh, I love that.
That's it, yeah. And Facebook, Bibi Davidson.
I'm going to look you up. You have a nice evening, okay?
Thank you.
You're a friend of an artist and you're here to support.
And I am a storyteller type of artist, just not visual artist.
So, okay, what kind of a storyteller artist are you?
I am an stage actor, voice actor, audiobook narrator, and writer. Yeah.
I do some of those, not all of them. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, who are you here to support?
Karla Funderburk.
Okay, and how did you and Karla meet, I guess?
How did we meet? At an event at her gallery, actually. It was a poetry event. She loves doing poetry events at her gallery once a month, I believe. And so a friend of mine who is a poet was at that event. And I met Karla there. And then we've been, it was a great connection. Yeah.
Okay, so how do we keep track of you and what your story is going to be in the future?
Ooh, great question. Right now, Instagram, while I gather my website. But yes, Instagram, I am Talita Lutterloh is my handle. So that would be the main place at the moment while I'm building everything out.
Well, thank you for your support, and you enjoy the evening.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so tell me what brings you here today.
Yes, I'm a friend and cohort, and my name is Dale Brockman Davis, and I've known Karla, I guess now for at least 5 years, and I've had an exhibit or two at her gallery space, and have been very supportive of her efforts, which are outstanding.
Yes, I can tell just looking around here.
Yes.
Are you an artist?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay, what type of art do you do?
I do multimedia art. I'm an assemblage artist, and I work in a lot of different medium. So I started out as a ceramic artist and then ventured out. And so now I do assemblage or assemblage art, and I work with a lot of different kind of materials. Whatever I can find, if it motivates me based on shape or color or oddity, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, I love that. I like the way you explain that too. So how do we find you and your art online?
Dale Brockman Davis, Dale B. Davis, B for Brockman, at yahoo.com.
Okay, thank you so much.
A lot of different things over a long period of time. I'm not young, but I'm young at heart.
I love that.
And I've been doing this for a long time, since I was 20.
Wow, nice, very nice.
And I'm now 80.
And you're still sticking with it.
Of course. There's nothing better.
Well, what do they say? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right?
Right, you're right.